Okay, the lecture actually I revised from the Spark Fund Electronics, maybe from the Germany, I'm not sure. Okay, so you can, of course you can directly download the link from the Spark Fund of this lecture. Okay, so before we started, you can find this is the toolkit of the Arduino. So please just open the Arduino. Okay. Okay, directly. So this is the Arduino board, and you will have a USB cable. You will have a USB cable here. Okay. So I think just directly connect, and of course you can plug to your computer. So if you don't have a light sign here like this one, please raise your hand. Not yet. Okay. You should have maybe the light. Okay, at the least. 哇，你要带你那个有转接头吗？家里有。哇，那等我一下，我想一下，你那个是 USB-C、US Type， 有没有 Type C？ Sorry, it's I mean someone have the adapter of the Type C, USB Type C to the traditional USB port. Do you have that? Can you borrow the adapter for? Sure.
What type of letter is it?
Type C. Yeah. Your ma? Oh, okay. So maybe you use another computer. Okay. And please open the lecture of it, of course. So before we started, of course I need to show that the Arduino originally developed from the Italy. Okay, it is from the university, of course. Okay, so the beginning of the Arduino purpose is trying to create some very easy and very light device for the education, especially for the electronics engineering. Okay, so this is the idea for the Arduino, and right now it is the C base or the C++ base environment. So if you already learned some program language before, I think it is very easy to access. Okay, so the Arduino originally is designed for can be used for the artist, student, and anyone have a dream. Okay, of course, and for the teachers and the professors, I think this is a very useful tool to demonstrate the sensor and the data acquisition at all. Okay. So we will start the Arduino first. Because there's a different version of the Arduino, but I already put all the pins. I mean you can find the sign of each pin. Okay, if you use this. For the left side, they have a two part of the pin. The upper part is the power supply. We have the 5-volt and also the 3.3-volt power supply. This is a DC, the direct current, not the AC, This is the DC. Okay. And the lower part is we have 6 analog input. Okay, so I will show you what is the analog input at all. Of course, in the right side, we have the digital I/O. I is mean the input, O is mean the output. Okay, and of course, we have a very common I2C bus. This is the port code for the communication. We will show you later. So some sensor will use the I2C bus for the data acquisition. And for the button here, this is the reset. Okay, so in the front, we have 2 plug. One is for the USB port. This is for the program upload. And the other one is only for the power supply. Okay, so for this semester, I will ask all the groups, maybe, I'm not sure, 3,000 to 4,000 budget for each groups. Okay, so you need to decide the power supply, the sensor, okay, and all the casing. Maybe 3,000 budget, okay, NT dollars, okay, 3,000 NT dollars, not the US dollars. Okay, this is what I can do for you. Okay, so maybe we have a 3,000 budget. Let me check the budget at all, and you need to complete the final project based on this budget. Okay, so this is, you need to buy some power supply like the solar panel with the battery, and also the very small adapter for the power supply, because maybe I need to ask you to put the Arduino with a sensor outdoor, just as I say, slope beyond the dome, the NCU dome. There's a slope. Okay, so you need to observe at least 1 month of the data. Okay, so you need to survive. The Arduino should be survive at least 1 month. Okay, and this is another version. Okay, so maybe this is the simple one. Okay, but I think should be okay for the class. Of course, there's different types of the Arduino. Right now, this is the what we call the Uno. And we may have a Mega, and the smaller one, Nano, and the Feel. Okay, so depends on your purpose. So maybe in the future, we may have used the Nano for the outdoor monitoring. Okay, we can buy that. I will buy that for maybe for all of you. So of course, we may have button types of the Arduino, like this one. Okay, so it's a very, very diverse in the type of the Arduino. But I would like to say, I always have a pronunciation of the Arduino, but originally in Italian, how to say? I don't know. Arduino, yeah, maybe Arduino. Arduino, okay. So this is the first one, and the next, maybe all of you already download the IDE, but of course they have online IDE. So just let me show you Arduino. Here you can find, you can use the Arduino web editor at all. But I think we need a count. If you cannot download the IDE, you can use the online program, just like this one. Everyone, can you see that? This is the online IDE. If you think download the IDE will be difficult for you, okay. Okay, so this is the online IDE. Okay, and of course you can download the package of the IDE directly, or just I say, you can download it from the Microsoft Store. But I think they will be much convenient for all of you, because previously there's only the package or zip file for the IDE. But each time if I have a new version of the IDE, I have to renew again. But if you download from the Microsoft Store, you can update very easily. Okay. Of course, right now we have a simulator online. Okay. Yes. Yes.
System or anything.
No, not yet. Okay, thank you. So you can access this website, simulator Arduino. You can check by yourself. This is the simulation of the Arduino, but I'm not sure because English. I'm so sorry. Okay. So for the Arduino, they use a block editor. Have you ever used that before? Not the text program. This is the block programming. Okay. Yeah. Scratch. Yes. So for this website, you can use this simulator to simulate Arduino and use the block program type for the program. But I think right now we can directly use the C program because it's much flexible. Okay. If you have a time, you can visit the website by yourself for the simulator Arduino.io. Okay. So, okay. let me plug. Okay, so I just ignore here. Okay, because if I have the time, we can show you. Okay, so in your toolkit, there's what we call a breadboard, 面包板。This is the breadboard. And I would like to say, what is the breadboard? Because somehow we can use the breadboard for the quick connection between the Arduino and the sensors. And the next we will show you how to do that. But I need to know what is the principle of the breadboard. So please check here. For the two sides of the breadboard, you can find this is the red one and the blue one, means the plus and the positive and the negative side, right? Means that for the vertical channel, just like this one, yellow one, all the pins are connected together. 哦，这一排全部是相通的。Okay. But however, inside of the breadboard, this is the horizontal channel connected. Okay. So you can find the yellow lines means that all the pin, I mean the hole, are connected together. Okay. So this is the first one. I need to know the usage of the breadboard. Okay. And the next, if you already installed the Arduino to your laptop, please follow me to check if you already successfully connect to the. Please find the manager in your computer and find the. I don't know what is the in the English. Let me check. The device manager. Can you open that in a Windows environment? Device manager. From the local, you may have an option of the manager here. Do you have that? Okay, please open the device manager. And check here the device manager. Okay, and you will find a port. Before you plug the Arduino to your computer, there should be a new port. COM2, COM3, COM4, depends on your computer. The number is different in each computer. So for my case, I have a USB serial port, COM3, COM3. OK， 每个人都有了吗？ Oh, oops. 好 ，next。 Let us open the Arduino IDE, please. I'm so sorry, I'm in the Chinese, but however, here, maybe this is the tool. You can find this. You need to assign your board type. So please choose the Arduino Uno. Okay. Can you do that? Can you find that? You need to assign, yes. And the next, you need to assign the port we just found from the device manager. Okay, so at least you need to assign these two configurations before we start it. And okay, let us follow the configuration here. And please, you can use the wire and the registers and also a LED light to connect your Arduino So let me remove here. Okay, use pin 13. And of course, I need to remind you, if you have a LED, please check. There's two fits. One is the shorter one, one is the longer one. The longer one means that the positive power supply. So it means that we have the red light. Okay. Red is the positive, and so please connect your red line to the pin 13. But you need a register here, small register, because if you directly connect the pin, the LED will burn because the voltage is too large.
Which one do we need to?
Yes.
Which one? Which color?
Follow this one. Please follow. I need to enlarge. So you can find here, we will have a register here. There's a register. So the shorter leg connect to the register, and the register to the ground port. The ground port. This register connect to the ground port. Okay, so let me try my example for you. Okay, let me check. Oh, I think this is okay. You can directly connect this one to the pin 13, and the blue one to the ground. Ground is here.
Okay.
You can find the ground here. Pin 13. Because we try to use the pin 13 for the control, the input of the voltage. So actually, this right now this is no need for this one. Okay. So right now you put it is from the ground, right? And here this is So you just upload the blink. Well, I think the default is blink. Blinking, yeah. The program is blinking. Okay.
C'est ça, c'est des bonnes que tu
Est-ce qu'il y a un ordre si je veux débrancher, je peux enlever la batterie là?
OK，我们下试一下看一下。So I think all of you already have a good started of the Arduino. So right now I think the default program inside the Arduino is the blink. So let us show you what is the program. Okay, of course. But before we started, let me show you the environment of the Arduino. Okay, guys, please see here. Right now, I will introduce the environment of the IDE, Arduino IDE. There is a two part. The first part is the setup. What is the setup? It means that only runs once. Okay. So maybe there's some maybe assignment of a variable. If you have basics of the program, you need to define or claim the parameter or the variable first. So you can put into the setup. This is the section. And the second part is the loop. Okay, it means that the program in this area will run again and again. So the first you need to know there's a two part of the Arduino environment. And here, this is the program environment. First part setup, second part loop. And the download, this is the message if you have some error or the status when you upload the. Okay. So I already showed that you need to check your board. Type is the Arduino Uno, and the serial port for my case is 13. It's a 3, COM3. Okay. So let us open the example here. We can use the very beginning of the example. So please open some example here and find the basics and open the blink. Can you find that? Blink. Blink. The example of the blink. Blink. Okay. Open that. Okay, so let me show you. Here you can find, let me enlarge. Oops. Okay, here you can find, we have a two part. The first part is the setup. Okay, setup. And the second part is the loop. So, for the mostly setup, we will assign or initiate the pin. Especially, you need to assign the mode of the digital I/O first. Okay, so here, this is the first command you will learn. This is the pin mode. And of course, if you do not understand what the commands mean, you can find the help. And we have a documentation menu from the help. 你们可以在那个 help 里面打开这个手册。打开这个手册。So of course, if you're trying to read the documentation of the Arduino, it is already installed in your computer. So please, if you have any problem, you can find help by yourself and check the documentation or the help. Okay, and we will have the page of this. Okay, step by steps. Okay, and here you can find this is the first command we already learned. Oh, sorry, if you need to go to the have some water, please help by yourself. Okay, we have a first command is the P mode, but of course some of you will say that, Professor, how can I know what kind of the command or the parameter we need to write? So you can find also into the documentation here. Okay, so for my case, because you can find this example, you can use right click and check with your find your the command in your documentation. So first you can find this is the command. What it say? Configures the specific pin to behave either as an input or output. So you should define the digital I/O as an input or output firstly. So the syntax here, 大家看一下哦。So the syntax means that we have a pin mode. The first parameter you need to assign which pin you need, and the second parameter of the input is the mode. I mean output or input. So before that, I need you know because we trying to move this class for in the beginning of this semester. So what is the digital signal at all? So let me go back to the oops. Here. Okay. So before that, I need to let you know what is the analog, what is the digital. But I think most of you already understand. For the analog, I would like to say all the signal in the natural environment is like analog. It is analog. So the analog signal have a different level with the time, and this is continuous. The analog is continuous. What does that mean? When I say something to you, your ear receive the voice. I say this is the analog signal, and you can find this is continuous. If you have a very small, I mean, if you are a Superman, you can have a very quick movement and you can check a very small time period of the time. But you can find always the continuous, the analog signal always continuous. Okay? But however, if you're trying to have a signal into the computer, there's only 0, 1, 0, 1 because we have the 2-digit environment in the computer. Okay, so only high or low for the digital signal. High, low, on, off. This is the digital signal. But however, because we trying to output the digital signal. So we need to assign a voltage for the digital. So for the common digital voltage, right now it is 5 volt of the DC. So that's why we use USB. So to provide the 5 volt of the DC. And you can find here, this is on, off, on, off. This is a digital signal. So for the Arduino, the right side, I mean the I/O pins of the digital, you can assign the pin can receive the digital signal of this kind, or output the digital signal of this kind. Okay, so first we need to assign the pin mode. For here, you can find we need to assign a pin mode, output or input, firstly. Okay, and of course, for this LED building, the number is actually the 13. So you can find the 13 pin is original LED built-in. Of course, we can show you later. Okay, and the second part of the example is the loop, right? So here we can find another syntax, the command, what we said, the digital write. So of course we can find the documentation here. So here you can find digital write. We only can have the pin as the first parameter, and the value is mean high or low, on or off. Okay. So for this case, you can find here, everyone. Right now we have a loop. From this area, this is the loop program. And first, we say that please open the LED building. Actually, this is the number 13. And assign the digital output. Right is the mean output high. So what does that mean? Right now, if we have this command, it means that they will output the 5 volt signal will output from the pin 13. But after that, we will delay 1000. For this, the unit is the millisecond. So please check by yourself. 1000 milliseconds means that what? 1 second. So open, high, output, less 1 second, and then close, because right now we use the low, means that we close the output, and also 1 second. So this is the main command of the blink. So after this, we do loop again and again. So each 1 second, we will see open and close, open and close. So right now you can see your LED showing on the 1 second frequency, on and off. Please help me. If you change the 1000 to the 500, and how can we do that? Upload to the Arduino. If I change the 500, please use here. You can directly use this button on the upper left corner, upload. Please check. If you change to the 500 from the 1000 to the 500, what happened? You will see is the frequency of the LED blink much faster. But of course, you can find here, there's a LED built-in on board next to the pin 13. This is the same because this is the built-in LED connect to the pin 13. Okay? And next, please help me how fast you can use for the blink. If you can change, right now we change from the 1000 to the 500, means that we have a 0.5 seconds blink on and blink off. So how can we change? So there's no blink. No? 你们改看 how fast we can use. No? No? Let me see. Yeah. 20? How fast you can use? Right now, you use actually, you just only need 2 lines. Oh, okay. Okay. You already did a mimic outfit. Okay. But you can try how fast you can assign, because I know that it's maybe 15 or 20 is the maximum. Higher than 20, I mean the duration higher than smaller than the 20, there's not, you cannot see the blink at all. 为什么你们没有出来？电脑没电了。对，我们就OK， 好 ，OK。这边有没有插座？没有。我电脑也快没电。拿一下 battery please to find the extend cable in our lab. Do you have that? Let me. Okay, I think smaller than 20, you cannot see the flash at all. Yeah. You can see? Yeah. Means that you still so young. So right now is what? 20? 20. Wow.
En vrai, là, je vois pas, mais si tu t'approches. Non, si tu viens à ma place, tu vois.
Okay. So everyone, I think you already did a good job on the first case of the blink. And the next, actually, for my case, I just not a good example. Actually, you can put the long leg to the 13, and the next is the ground. So you can directly put this on this kind. But it is not suggested, because somehow if you have a small LED, they will burn out because it's a 5 voltage of the output. Okay, so this is the case of the analog digital output. Okay, so actually we already have a challenge 1A with the blink smaller than 200 milliseconds. So you guys already tried 20. How about the 10? No, you cannot find, right? And the second one, please help me to remodify the program and have a blink to mimic a heartbeat. What is the heartbeat? Boom, 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 right? So we may have a very quick of the blink and stop for a while. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so how can we do that? We can double the command boom boom and for less the very a while boom boom. Okay, so we need to copy and paste. Oops. Oops.
Unité de la
大家写一写看看怎么改成像心跳一样。Boom boom. And next, I think we may have a longer delay. Mm. 有吗？够长吗？ Okay, anyone success with change your code into the heartbeat, mimic heartbeat. You just copy the command. So you can find here, I have a flat flash and rest for a while. Bang bang, bang bang, bang bang. Okay. Okay. Let me check. I think 这边有一个延长线吗？对。从这边再拉过去。研究室没有再更长的线吗？可以啊，是从这边可以啊，也可以啊，从我这边来。它应该还有个插座。OK， 你们那边可以吗？模仿心跳的可以吗？ Okay, I think this is a very quick understanding of the heartbeat. Okay, and the next, let's go back to the oops. Okay, so we already tried it for the challenge 1C. Okay, find the fastest blink ever. Okay. Okay. Next challenge. Let us add more LED from 1 to 3. So you already did 2. Can you add extra one more? 3? 试试看，可不可以串到3个？ So can we use the 3 LED simultaneously blink? Yes.
For the drum, just
12. Yes. Just 12. Yeah, 12. So you assign the two. I mean that you need the lower part. Yes, you need to change the 12. Yeah.
Oui,
You mean the LED building?
Yeah.
It is originally it's the 13,
Okay.
the 13 one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 is okay.
Okay.
If you put the 13, it's okay. So can you do it?
Attends, j'ai mis.
Oh, why? Only one flash?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe there isn't this to be.
Peut-être c'est.
Peut-être qu'il y a un
peu différent.
Let me check because I have a big wire.
Sans la résistance.
Oh, okay.
要管教，管教机串联。
Oh, you need to assign. Okay, I'm not sure because 12 should be okay. Yeah, change. Oops. Change to a variable, right? So can we show in the 3? No. Can we? No. 2 is okay, right?
Si tu mets jaune, les vertes, elles clairement, elles ont besoin de.
Ah oui.
Only one. No, because right now you use the. You need to use the 3. This is the ground. No. Right now this is the ground.
J'ai reçu la résistance.
Oh, ok.
No? One message. Was not taking care? Please assign the various okay. LED, INT LED. I mean copy this line to the loop.
Okay.
Okay.
Non, c'est juste le premier, ouais. Les deux premiers.
Because if you try to assign here, you should. I mean this is a local variable. You need to assign a global variable. I think you did not have.
C'est quoi la tolérance?
So can we do that?
Yeah.
Third one?
attends, c'est parce que tu fais ça.
You need
Ah, it's okay.
OK。好 OK。他们试出来了，你们试出来了吗？3个可以吗？
很暗，
很暗。
OK，换电池，
换，或是不要电阻也可以啊。
Non, c'est en gros dans ce petit fonctionnement. Le shutdown, c'est qu'il y a forcément.
这个太大了，换小一点。
Ah ouais, non, en fait, j'ai aussi supposé avant. En soi, je pense que ça change rien. C'est juste.
可以吗？
Moi, j'ai une parallèle, honnêtement. J'ai une parallèle. On dirait. Je dirais que ça marche pas.
No.
Non.
Okay, maybe you can try it.
这样都可以吗？我感觉我是
Sinon, attends, je vais faire un peu. Pierre.
Ouais, tu mets en parallèle.
Here, yeah. I think please check here. Right now, I know that your problem, just as I said, is a variable, what we call the local one and the global one. So if you try to assign a variable, can be used anywhere in your program. You need to assign a global variable. 你要用一个全域的变数。Okay, but however, if you assign a variable into the setup or the loop, this is a local variable. Local variable. Okay, so this is a very different. Okay, and okay, if you're already done with the blink, and the next, I would like to ask you to program the very famous is what we call the hello world. Okay, hello world. So, but how can we show the message of the hello world? Right now, we need to use the Siri port. What is the Siri port? Right now, everyone know that we have the Siri port. Maybe for my case, is the COM3. This is the Siri port. I mean, the port between the computer and the Arduino. So this is the Siri port. We can transmit all the data through this Siri port. Okay, so please let us write a new program of the hello world. So you can save this as hello world. Hello world. Okay. And please follow my note. The first one is that we need to assign the port you need. So the default port for my case is COM3. So you need to open that the COM3 with the baud rate. For the Siri port, there's some parameters you need to understand. The first one is the baud rate. For example, maybe 9600 or something like this one. So this is the baud rate of the Siri port.
Is it random or how do you do this number? It's random or?
Not a random. This is a fixed number. If you let me show you later. So we should assign for the first case, for example here, is 9600. Okay, and the next for the loop area, please type the serial.print. You can use the print ln. Ln means like the next line, or not. You can use the just only print. Okay, and the delay 1000 milliseconds. So please help me to type the program of this first. So, oops. So here, but you need to check first.
Non, je suis pas sûr, parce que en fait, je pense que le problème c'était juste la grue qui marche pas.
Et après, ouais, j'ai fait la copie. Celles-là, elles sont toutes en parallèle et là, il y en a une autre.
Okay, everyone? Already finished that? You can type any kind of the string you want. Maybe professor is very handsome. It says okay. 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 So please help me to finish at least this line, and okay, please upload it to the Arduino. And the next I will show you how can we see the text of this hello world. Please click the upper right corner here. This is a button here. Okay. This is the window for monitoring the message of this port. And you say that how can we know like the number of the baud rate? Because you can find here. Here, if you check, there is a fixed baud rate. I mean, for the serial port, there is numbers of the different kind of the baud rate. And for the typical one is 9600, and the other one is 300 and 5600. Okay, so you can find a different baud rate. But of course, if you already assigned the 9600, right here, you need correspondingly choose the 9600. Otherwise, if you have another different baud rate, you can find this is the very ugly symbol you can get. So we should have the consistent baud rate ever. Okay, anyone already? Wow, so what does that mean?
I am angry.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 这边可以了吗？ So this is an example that if you try to download or try to see the value from the sensor, this is very important because you can use this COM port to communicate and show the message. Okay, show the message of the sensors. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, we already did that. Okay, so for the case, you just trying to use, actually, I think we can directly type the number, maybe 13 or 12 or 11 to the pinmo and also the digital write. Okay, and just as I said, we already did the example of the 3 LEDs. And we are already talk about the global and local variable. And I'm trying to show you we have the next practice, fade in and fade out, analog or digital. So if you come back to the digital, you can find the right part is the digital I/O. But just as I said, the digital is only for the on, off, right? Typically, this is the 5-volt and this is the 0-volt. But for some purpose, the Arduino provide the voltage can be adjusted, and for which part you can find some number have a symbol of this 11, 10, 9, 6, 5, 3. So what does that mean? Means that for this port, for this pin, you can use not only 0 or 5, you can use different steps or the level of the output. Okay, so let me show you next. So here you can find the beginning of the practice. We need to show you the variable type from the 8-bit to the 16-bit and to the 32-bit. What does that mean? Basically, if you have a variable like the byte or the character, we may have only 8-bit resolution of the variable. For the integer, signed or unsigned integer, if you already forgot some basics of the program, please raise your hand. Okay. Supposedly, I think you already understand the basics of the program. So the 16-bit, including the unsigned or the signed integer. Okay, and for the 32-bit is for float or the long integer or unsigned the long integer. Okay, so this is the type. And for my case, just show you, for a few pins of the Arduino allowed us for the modified of the output, not only 0 and 5, we can have a different level of the digital output. So what we call the pulse width modulation, PWM. So actually, this is only output for the of the digital signal on and off, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5. Okay, but however, if we can choose the pin mode, just as I said, from the pin number 3, number 5, number 6, number 9, 10, and 11, we can choose at least from the 0 to the 255 levels. we can use. This is the 8-bit value. This is midnight A power 2 power A. Okay. So I can decide use the PWM to divide for the case from the 0 to the 5 into 2 and 256 steps. Okay, so this is a very unique function we can use for if you try to output the different level of the voltage. But of course, you can only use for the pin of the number, the digital number 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 11. Only these pins can output the 256 steps of the level. Okay, so what is the syntax? I mean the command here. We can use the analog write and assign the pin number and also the value. Value is that here from the 0 to the 255. 就是0到255你可以去 assign. And the 0 means that related to the 0 volt. And 255 means that the maximum output 5 volt DC. So here we have example fade. Please move your LED, just the example from the blink. And just we use the 13 right now. Please move the 13 to the 9 or to the 9. Please help me to do that. Okay, and open the example basics and find the fade. And this is a very popular music, the song. What is the name of it? A song for the pop or disco is the fade in. You are faded. Okay. Basics and the fade. Please open that. So let us see what is the content of this example. First, here this is the global variable. We assign a LED to the number 9 pin. Okay, and the brightness from the 0 and the fade amount. I mean each step they're trying to control a 5. Okay, 5 point for the fade in or fade out. Okay, so this is the global variable. And the next, we try to set up the mode of the pin number 9 as the output. Okay, this is the similar for the previous example. 跟以前的做法一样. But you can find there's some very unique of the for loop. Okay, first, we analog write of the number 9 pin for the number of what? Brightness. So the brightness originally, the initial value is the 0. So right now, the output is 0, right? And the change to the next step, the brightness right now assigned to the brightness plus with the fade out. So right now it's the 0 plus 5. So the new value of the brightness is 5. For the next step, and it is very easy for the understanding. Let me explain. If the brightness, the value of the brightness is small or equal to the 0, or this is the OR, okay? The logic, or the brightness, the value of the brightness larger or equal to the 255. What does that mean? Change from the positive to the negative or the negative to the positive. Okay? And wait for the delay to the 30 milliseconds. So what does that mean? For this loop, that will continuous loop again. For each loops, the brightness will increase for each iteration, and each time I get five more of the brightness. So maybe 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, and up to the what? If I up to the 255 and change to the amount from the positive 5 to the negative 5. So up to the 255, and the next iteration we will have a discount to the each time 5. Okay, continuously. So please upload this and check. Can we get the fade in or fade out message of the LED? No? Should be like this one. Anyone can see that? This is my case. Fade in, fade out. Okay. Anyone can do that? 好，这就是呼吸灯，可以吗？Only one LED. Only one LED is okay. Okay. You guys did a good job, because for the previous semester I need to take so much time to take care of all the students. Okay. Fade in, okay, fade out. Okay, so based on this example, please, we have two challenges. For the number 2A, change the rate of the fade in and fade out. Okay, and there's two different ways to do that. Can you figure out? One way is change the delay time. It's very easy, right? The other way, what is the other way of the fade in and fade out?
Switch the fade amount.
Yes, you can increase or decrease the step, the amount of the step. For my case, it is a 5 each time, increase or decrease. So you can change to the number of the 5, maybe to the 2, a slower increase, slower decrease. Okay, so this is a two-way. Okay. Also, let me check. If I change to the 10, so the delay change to the 10 is very quick. So you can find this is a 10 millisecond breeze after you have a sport. So you have a very quick breath. Or otherwise, you can change the brightness from the 5 to maybe to 10. It changes quickly. Okay. Oops. Okay. So because it says on time, so please next week we should bring the stuff again because we need to continue the Arduino. Okay, I will teach you how to connect to the LoRa. Okay. Please bring to your house and then you can practice all the time. Okay, but remember, bring the Arduino next week. Okay, see you next time.
Je le prends alors.